Have you ever felt like no matter how much you talk, your partner just doesn't get it? She says, "You don't listen to me. I feel I'm not heard." And he says, "You don't respect me. I feel I'm not appreciated." So, why do couples miss the point? Hello, everyone. This is To the Point podcast. I am Dr. Mahar Sombol, your host today. As a licensed marriage and family therapist, on a regular basis, I'm getting in my counseling sessions this main words that I heard a lot. And I got to this point of why we don't get it. Where is the problem? So if I will ask the couples at the very early beginning, what brought you to counseling? Most of the time, it will be about communication errors. And communication here, we have two major or two main issues. One of them, communication error because the understanding problems, and the other thing is their inability to handle their conflicts or the arguments a lot. So while the couple love each other and they're really missing getting along, and they feel that there is something not going well, there's something make a gap between them, and this gap leading to a lot of tension in their relationship. Accordingly, our today journey will explore the differences between the couple and specifically in the communication matter. We will understand the psychology behind what's going on, why couples not understanding each other, and what could be practical tools that it can help them that they can understand each other in a better way. So I'll start asking the couple. I'll ask you, hey lady, what you want from your man? And I'll ask you, hey Mr. Gentleman, what you want from your woman? As a matter of fact, when I ask this question, I will not ask the woman to say what she wants or the man what he say what he wants. I'm asking the opposite. I will ask the woman, what do you think the man wants from you? And I'll ask the woman, and I'll ask the man, what's your woman wants from you? Because this is early beginning. I need to understand, do they really understand their needs from each other or not? So, a question for everyone. What did the man want from his woman? What did the woman want from him? After a lot of readings and talking to people and researches, I came out with each one of them needs two main things from the other. In addition to other things, of course, but the two main things. The two main things for the man he needs it from his woman is number one, to be respected, and number two, to be appreciated. To be respected and to be appreciated. So, what the woman wants from her man? The one main two things she wants from her man: to feel safe and secure in the relationship, and number two, to be heard. I have a very funny story about to be heard. In the session, she just mentioned that the woman, she mentioned that in the session, and she said, "This is my main problem. I feel that I never ever got hurt." And the man looked at her like this. I don't want to say silly way, but it's like this. What? I never heard you. You do nothing except talking day and night, and I do nothing except listening to you. So what does it mean that you never feel heard? I'm hearing you a lot. I said, okay, okay, okay. I got it. That's why she really feels that you're not hearing her. It's not about what she's telling you in words. And I'll explain to you what is the difference. So this is a very important starting point. We need to get it. Okay. But remember, the most important two things, or the main two things for the man from needed from the woman, is to be respected and to be appreciated. And the woman, she needs from a man to feel safe, secure, and to be heard. But we need to start something a little bit before that. Do you think couples are different? They have differences? Of course, yes. But we need to understand the magnitude of what does it mean, the differences. Okay. And do you think the differences will be the problem that it's making error in their communication and their way of living together? As a matter of fact, no. The differences will never be a problem. The problem all the way it's coming from one of two things. By the way, you'll find me that I'm usually using two things, saying many, but to make it easier for us to understand it. But the reality is one of the two things. First thing is one of them or both of them, they really not accepting the difference from the other person. Not accepting that. That's the number one problem about handling the differences. And number two, even if they really accept the difference between each other, they don't know how to handle these differences. And that's what makes the problem. So the differences in itself, it's not a problem. Because I will tell you a fact. We all different. We literally all different. All of us were different. It's not only the couples that they are different. We as a people, we all different. Even the identical twins, they are different. When we speak about their mindset, yeah, the identical twins, maybe they will look alike each other, they copy paste from each other, but when it comes about their mindset, their mental state, their emotion, handling their emotion, it's different. On the other side, between the couple, think about it like that. We do have two gender differences. We do have sometimes cultural background differences. We do have personality differences. We do have two people raised by two different parents, two different caregivers, two different families, two different environments. They raised up in two different environments. And they went through in different aspects and stories and problems all over their life since school time till their adulthood. And they handle it in a different way. Some of these issues could be traumatic, and some of other issues it could be great. Between the traumatic and the great things, and the day-to-day life living, we learn a lot, and all of these shaping who we are. So we all different, and accordingly, the differences that need to be handled in a better way. The problem, we are not different. The problem, again, one of them or both of them, they don't accept the differences. It is that like my way or the highway. They may say the word, yeah, 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 we understand we're different. Yeah, of course, we understand we're different. But the reality is, on the reality, on the situation, what's happening? We don't accept the difference. One of them or both of them, they just want to maintain what they like, what they want, what they prefer. That's it. And that definitely will bring the problem. And it's coming from the concept with a good conscience that this is who I am, this is my personality, this is how I raise, this is my identity. Do you want me to change who I am? And definitely no. It's a no in the relationship. You do not request it at any point to change your identity. You do not need ever to do that. But you need to understand when you are not accepting the difference, this means that you're not accepting someone you decided with your own free will to have him or her in your life as your life partner. And that person is a full person, has the right to think, to feel, to behave, to come out with opinions, to have a worldview different. So we need to accept this fact. Other than that, my question always to the couple, and frankly, it could be a shocking question: why you're in a relationship? Why you bother yourself? It looks like you're not meant to be in a relationship. You like to be alone. You like to be very individual. You just think about yourself and that's it. And I'm not speaking about selfishness. I speak about this ego in the relation that it's really damaging a lot in the relationship. I want, I feel, I like. Good. But consider as well the other side of the river, that there's a partner. You decide to have a relationship with him or with her. So we cannot just rely on that's how I feel, that's what I want, and that's it. That's the major problem in the differences. The second problem is we don't know how to handle the difference in a good way. We may get stuck in our comfort zone areas, and that's why we feel resistance into accepting the difference or deal with the difference. And sometimes we are really don't know what we can do. Okay. There are core differences in the relationship, like I mentioned to you. And these core differences, we need to deal with it. And these core differences, it will be important to understand it. And accordingly, how you can understand something from another one if you don't communicate that with each other, if you don't talk. And while you're talking, you're listening really to understand what your partner trying to tell you. And this is will bring us to the point when the woman she feels that she's not heard. The woman she feels she's not heard, not because you're not listening, and that's what I explained to this guy. If you remember what he was saying, I listen to you day and night. What's meant by that? I'm not hearing you. It's not about her words. The woman always she's looking for to be understood about her feelings. She needs you to understand how she feel with the story she's telling you today. She got bothered from work about one of her coworkers that treated her not in a nice way. She got bothered from the kids about what they are doing here and there. So definitely understand what she wants to tell you. But on the other side, the most important thing that it will make the difference is to understand how she feels. She's stressed out. She's angry. She's sad. She's tired. She's what? That's what she wants to tell you. She never ever asks you to fix her. But the men are fixers, right? This is what the men do, fixing things. So if I got a problem, if I heard a problem, I need to learn what I need to do to fix it. And I will tell the person in front of me talking to me, oh, you know what? Oh, I got it. You know what? This is next time. That's what you need to do, and that's what you need to do, and that's what you need to do. And that is the last thing ever the woman want to hear it at that point. She wants you to validate her feelings. She wants you to validate that you listened to her and you heard what she's trying to tell you. But this is not it. The woman as well wants from you to give her the feeling of being safe and secure, not to protect her from the bad people. And definitely, of course, this is, yes. But what's meant by safe and secure? That she's not in a relationship like it's a temporary, like it's trial and error, like it's naive relationship. She's with someone can be responsible, someone will say a promise will deliver. That's very important. She need to build this kind of trust, because if I keep saying things, because this is a problem for men, to be honest with you, that he may just do it to tell yes and do nothing, or do something totally different. What does that mean? You're telling her that I told you yes, but I'll do something different. So how she can trust you that whatever you're telling her is yes, that she will get what she wants? Why are you saying yes if you will not do what you promised to deliver? You know what? Sometimes, because simply some men will say, I need to get out of the nagging. So, you know what? I just say, yes, get out of my head. Not directly, but this is what what men will do. Or just to get out of trouble. Few men, they don't like confrontation, and they will say yes, and that's it. And that's a problem. The woman needs to feel safe and secure. She needs to see her man responsible, committed in the relationship. That's what the woman wants, to feel safe and secure and to be heard. The man, what he wants. The man wants to be respected and to be appreciated. To respect it is not to be like communicate with or to talk with him in a respectful way. Definitely, they need both of them to communicate with each other in a respectful way. This is what meant to be a relationship. They are partners. They are not in a fight, but we are turning our communication to a fight, and that's a problem. Because lots of disagreement, and we don't handle it in a good way. He needs to be respected, mean he needs to be valued. How his woman look up to him, that he's not just a person in her life. He needs to see that on her words and her actions and her feelings. That's what he's looking for, to be respected. As well, to be appreciated. Like I told you, the first one is to be respected, second one to be appreciated. Men, literally, they have this little kid inside them. They love, 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 love to be rewarded, to be appreciated. And try it. Appreciate genuinely and about doing something, and you will see how much that person keep doing it over and over and even more doing more. Do not appreciate what the man did, barely that person will do it again unless there is a need or there is something forcing that man to do. But doing it willingly, the main thing will make the man to keep doing things when he really feels that what he's doing, it's really acknowledged and appreciated. And this is not selfishness. This is a feel of I'm valuable. That's a respect. And I can do things in a good way, which is make me feel good in about me and about my relationship and about my action. That's very important. So psychologically, why we have this kind of disconnection and disagreements between each other? Number one, we may bring things from our childhood. That's what will make us deal with each other sometimes in this way. So we bring our childhood into our adult communication. And definitely, to be honest with you, let's think about it like that. Is it fair that we have our problems and we don't try to work around it and we just deal with our problems just like that with the person in front of me, that she or he has no responsibility about your childhood problems? Definitely, they need to understand each other and they need to appreciate each other and they need to get it right about what each one of you went through in their childhood, but to bear the responsibility of that, that's not okay. If you cannot work and get help for that. The second thing is the social learning, the culture I raised up on it. The gender, we need to understand each other. We need to understand the person talking to me, she's a woman, then she's expressing her feelings that way. Is a man, he is expressing his word that way. I cannot say all men will be like that, all women will be like this, but it's very important to understand that the person in front of me, she's different, he's different. I need to give some time to make understanding about her way of expression regarding her feelings. We're always saying that it's very hard to understand a woman. And sometimes, to be frank with you, yes, it's not that easy to understand a woman, but it's not impossible. All what you need is just simply try to give the time. And if you understand something, you'll find that you have this kind of accumulation and built up. You will understand the next and the other, and that you will understand your woman. Like for example, when the woman feels that she's not heard, what she will do? Her reaction will be criticism. That's what she will do. She will criticize. Same like what the man when he doesn't feel respected, he will shut down. That's psychology. Okay. It's very important to have all these insights. The studies say that couples who learn to validate each other and to respect each other and to hear each other, they have a higher potentiality of a healthy, not surviving, but thriving relationship. Other problems is coming from misinterpretation. When I don't understand it and I sit with what I don't understand, not only like that, but I will come out with my own interpretation about what I heard. And then I will act accordingly. And then it comes to the point, I didn't say that. Oh, no, no, you said this. No, I didn't say that. No, you said this. I really didn't say that. And she or he will feel that the other person gaslighting her or him. And as a matter of fact, it's not about gaslighting. It's about someone heard some words, interpreted his way or her way, and considered this is exactly what he said or what she said, the other person. And we say, that's what you said. I didn't mean that. I didn't say that. That's your interpretation. And that's why when she's trying to complain or about, I feel I'm not listened, like the person will get it. Okay, I'm a failure. So I keep criticizing because the men need to be respected, right? And the men need to be heard and to be appreciated. So it's very important to have this understanding about what does that mean? What the woman doing that it's making her and by the way, she can do that unconsciously, and most of the time it will be unconsciously. She will do that. Okay? She will do something that it will give this kind of indirect message all the way to her man. By what? Complaining and criticizing. Complaining, the man will hear it immediately that you are not respecting me. I'm not valuing you. And criticize, you're not appreciating what I'm doing. You always find something problem in anything I'm doing, as if I'm not good enough. This is really important to understand. So too much of complaint and too much of criticism, it's giving this signals to your man about that you're not respecting him and you're not appreciating him. So then once she will tell me, okay, you wanted me not to complain, right? You wanted me to shut up my mouth. I don't say it. I never say that. As a matter of fact, you need always to talk and express and explain yourself. But I will ask you a question. If your man have 10 things to do, he did five good things, really five good things, and he did and or he messed up in other five things, what you will talk with him about? What you will point your discussion with him about? The realities will be about the five things that he missed, not the five things that he did it right. And that's what will be just a complaint and criticism. But you want to talk about the five things that it's messed up and you need to correct it or it's bothered you, just please Don't ignore that he did as well five good things, that he did it right. It's not only about uh, just focus on the negative things. That's not helping here. Exactly when we're going to talk to her. When she keeps like what's meant for her, she is not heard. You try all the time to be the fixer. You're not connecting with her. You do not try to work into understanding emotions because it's really important to her. As well, you need to, when you say yes about something, you do it. Or you don't say yes and say, no, I will not be able to do it. Don't worry. Why you're afraid to tell her no? But if you say yes, make sure that you will do it. And number one, because there are three ways to answer when you've been asked to do something. And not only this is for men, this is for both of you, but we have to add a little bit more push toward the men. Please listen to this. You have three ways to answer, either to say yes, that's number one way, or to say no, that is the second way, or to say, I don't know how to do it. If you say yes, don't just say yes because it's simple. Yeah, of course. I'll give you an example, real life example that is happened. They done with the meal, and she told him, "It's your turn today. It's your turn today that you wash the dishes. Okay, so please wash the dishes." She's nice. She's reminding him. I said, "Okay, yeah, yes, I will do that." She went inside, do some stuff, and come back, and she find him watching his game, and the dishes on the same, not washed up. She stormed up in his face and starting with, "You never do what you promised me to do. You don't care. All what you do is to just sit in the couch as do nothing and watch your games. This is that you're good in." Okay? And he said, what's going on here? I'm telling you a real story. And what's going on? I'm just watching the game, and after the game, I will go and wash the dishes. It's not the end of the world that I just delayed like washing the dishes because the game it's live now. It will not wait. The dishes can wait. So where is the problem here? So the guy was not like in his mind really, he will not escaping from washing the dishes. It's the timing. And then that's what I'm asking you to do. When you say yes, make sure that you know what is required from you to do really, how you will do it, because you may wash the dishes like by like hand wash, while your partner she's used to wash it in the dishwasher because it's more hygienic or whatever. That's what she likes to do. This is the right way from her end. So you need to know what's requested from you to do, how you'll do it, and when you will do it. That your answer will be to that. Oh, you are so much detailed. We don't have time for that. Okay, you don't have time for that. You'll have time for argument and fights. It's your choice to choose your battles here, to have better knowledge about it. And then, by the way, at one time, if you're aware about what is required from you to do it about the dishes, you understand as a discussion between you and your partner, the dishes will be washed immediately after. So the timing will be immediately after the meal, and it will be washed on the uh, dishwasher. So now you know when, how, and what. You don't need to ask every time. This is building experiences. If you say no, any one of you to each other, if you say no, you are saying no to who? To your partner. So, as a matter of respect, it's not just no, I will not do it. That's not respectful. When you say no, explain why no. You don't like to do it, you don't have time to do it, you're tired to do it, you're not interested to do it. Just say and discuss and be honest in why you're rejecting not to do it. The last thing is when you say, I really don't know how to do it. I really don't know if I will be able to do it. So this is just an understanding, and this cannot be in every single thing. It's in exceptionally about really the things that you do not know how or when or you're able to do it. So it's like your first try to do. So as a person that I hear that, I will give grace for my partner who's telling me, I really don't know, I will try. So maybe I will help him or her. I will understand that maybe he will able to do it or maybe not. So I cannot take it as you told me that I will try. Yes, I told you, but this is never say that I will be able to do it. Maybe I will not be able to do it. So this is going for both sides. This is a communication about understanding each other and understanding making the problems. So what we need to do? What we need to do to understand each other? Hopefully that you heard all the reason. This is very important to have the knowledge. And remember, our problems sometimes is not lacking of knowledge. Our main problem is lacking of actions, not lacking of knowledge. So number one, what you need to do, active listening. Active listening means that when you listen to your partner, please, please understand that you need to listen to understand him. You're not listening to prepare your response to your partner or to defend yourself. It is you listen to understand. When you're listening to your partner, it's very important to give the time to your partner to talk. It's very important not to interrupt your partner. Even if you heard something that he didn't say that or he didn't mean this, let your partner finish. On the other side, don't take the mic and keep talking and that's it. If you want to have a conversation, it's called conversation between two people. So you'll not keep talking while you're not making pauses to let your partner have any kind of response to what you're saying. So if we're asking both of you, do not interrupt each other. Please, this is very important. Keep talking, but give time to respond. Then ask your partner, like make sure that you've been heard, that you've been understood. Or on the other side, this is part of the active listening. Make sure that what you heard from your partner is exactly what you understood. So either you ask him or her, or you get a validation, confirmation that what you get it right. If you take extra time on that, it will be extra minute or two. Please, if you do that, it will spare a lot of disagreement between both of you. So to wrap up what we've been talking about it today, women often seek to be heard, which means to get their feeling understood. That she is really understood about what she's telling you and how she feels about what's going on here. And before it, the woman, she needs to feel safe and secure in her relationship with you. The man as well wants to be respected, to be valued. That he is not just a person in your life, he is your man in your life. He needs to see that, feel that, get that in how you talk, how you see him, how you are dealing with him in this matter. And he needs to be appreciated. The too much of complaint and too much of criticism was killing the appreciation and killing the feeling of I'm respecting. When you are listening to each other and you are getting a request from each other, please either to say yes, understand what is requested, how you need to do it, when you need to do it, or to say no and explain why no, or to say I will try and really give yourself a time to try it and come out with are you able to do it or not. It's very important to understand each other. It's very important to accept that we're different because we all different. we're literally all different. And if you at any time you really don't know how to handle the difference and you try it here and there, get help. Don't leave that, because these things making gaps, and these gaps will getting bigger and bigger and bigger and building up resentments in the relationship. This is very important as well, to encourage each other to keep applying that and to keep doing that. Basic things. We don't need to get into extreme fights in order to start. Oh, yeah, we need to start to do something. Do it now. If you're starting a relationship, do it. If you're already in a relationship, recently do it. If you are in a relationship, even after 50 years in the relationship, don't think it's too late. There is never, ever something called it's too late. And there's nothing ever, ever called what's broken, it cannot be fixed. This is not there. When there is a will, there is a way. That's important to be taken. That's very important to be taken like that. I hope that our journey today about understanding each other, understanding our differences, the differences between the man and woman in regards about their needs from each other, it's really understood and get it, the message. And if you at any time you want to ask about anything or ask any question, I will be always glad to answer you. Get into the comments, send me direct messages, do whatever it works with you. I will try as much as I possibly can to answer you. Have a wonderful life altogether.